Hi. Do you like flippers? I know you do. Okay, I won't do that. Seriously, I'm going to do a review of this knife here. And if you've never held one of these in hand and you do like flippers, then you are seriously missing out because I can't stop flipping this thing. This is the CRKT Fossil Serrated Edge with the black G10. And this thing is awesome. Check that out. I was going to buy the non-serrated edge, and I said no because this thing looks really cool. Check that out. And these things are sharp. Don't let the serrated edge fool you. I know a lot of people aren't fans of the serrations. Let me grab a piece of paper here. Hold on one second. Alright, let's check this out real quick. Check these serrations out. These are sharp. These are going to mess somebody up. Look at that. That's like nothing. This whole knife is sharp. That's crazy. Alright, so here we go. Let me jump right into this before I get too much into how cool this knife is. And we'll talk about it. So what you got here, almost, like right at 4 inches of 8CR13 MOV. And you got the cool serrations. You got the little hole for flipping, which I don't know. I have not done this yet. I should have tried it before. You can get it open with that little jobber there. Not too bad. But the real key to this thing is that. Look at that. That thing flips like nobody's business. And y'all see me. I'm not real good at flipping left-handed. And that thing is nothing. Just flips right open. Check that out one last time. And you got the G10 right here. Over the stainless steel. Just really cool. Especially if you're a Raiders fan. Hey, they're going to Vegas. But it's okay, you can still be a fan. Don't hate on them. Check that out. Alright. I love the way this is milled out here. You got little holes in there. I can't think of any other reason, just besides looking cool and maybe a little grip there. One bad thing, only one placement for the clip. I don't know why they couldn't have switched this over, give you a little drill out here, but they didn't. So, well, maybe because of the uniqueness of the handle. Still, they could have gone cold steel and gave you another clip, but even that being said, you got the right hand tip up. But as I showed you, this thing will definitely go left-handed pretty easily, even for a Momo like me, who's not really good left-handed. Still easy to do, still good. So you got plenty of handle there. Check this out. This just feels good. You know what this reminds me of? And everybody's gonna say, "What? Blasphemy!" But this thing feels as good as something like a 560 feels, a ZT 560. And when you first pick this up, you're gonna think, "Wow, that's kind of hefty as far as weight goes." But if you weigh it, check it out. Don't trust those people and their numbers. Trust me and my awesome Walmart scale. 5.82. That's actually less than what the 560 shows to be weighing on the description. I think it's 5.98. But the handle here, the grip, the balance, everything just feels great here. I don't know if you can get, you probably don't want to play up here in this region too much. It's kind of pokey. That's a little bit pokey there. Oh, there it went. Right in the poker. Ow! Alright, so doesn't really have much choil or anything like that there. But for what you're going to pay for this, as opposed to what you're going to pay for a 560 or something like that, this is a really, I like the way it looks. This is a great deal for a cool knife. I don't know, it might be too big for some of you. But, you know me. I like the 4 inches, 6 ounces. That's not anything. Not going to really bother me until you get up into the 7s and 8s. Then we'll start talking. But this is nothing. This is ZT 550, 560 range. And that's hardly anything. And just for how useful this thing is going to be, just for how good it feels. Now I know what you're thinking. Hey, there's no place for a lanyard hole. Yeah, that's the one drawback here maybe. But still, for as awesome as this thing is, I think I could live without it. I think it's decorative enough that I wouldn't have to decorate it much more. My inner decorator, not really needing to look into that. See if we can look at that. Not really any place to put one, but that's not a bad deal. Maybe I could snag one through there. What do you think? Maybe like a little side lanyard? I don't know. If it's possible, I'll explore the possibilities of a lanyard. Alright, let's see. We got G10 backspacer here. I think it's G10. Hold on. Yeah, G10. Tastes like G10. Metal on my tongue. It's like Nicolas Cage in that one movie. No metal. Alright, so let's look into there. Nice. I guess you'd call this a frame lock because this is kind of framey. I'm not sure this counts as a frame, so I'm going to call this a frame lock. Somebody else can tell me differently because that's more like inserts on the frame, I'm pretty sure. But it's locked up nicely. Check that out. Nice early lockup. Very, very stable. This thing has no play at all anywhere. That is nothing. This is great. So you got that. Flips open like a dream. And now I gotta check out what is flipping open on. Let's look in there. Let's get a flashlight. I can never check this stuff out right. I'm gonna pause it. This is not good television. Alright, let's see if I can see in there. If we can see in there together. What's going on? It looks like bearings in there. Yeah. Can you see that? No, you can't because I'm doing all this off camera for horrible, horrible television. Those look like little bearing holders, don't they? Would it be better this way? Alright, I'm done acting stupid. That's never going to work. Alright. So, now I'm going to have to go investigate real quick to back up my bearing still. One sec. Don't go nowhere. A simple glance to the right would have verified my bearing belief. This is the IKBS bearing system. This thing flips awesome. I can't really find any fault in this thing. If you like flippers, if you don't, I mean, it's a little heavy. But for me, I can't find any fault. It feels great. It flips great. It's sharp. That 8CR13. It's not super steel, but it's easy to sharpen, easy to maintain. And this doesn't look exactly like something you're going to be tearing into boxes with. So this is more kind of a, I don't know what kind of knife this would be. It's definitely EDC, but not something that's going to be a hard use box opener. As far as slicing into meat or cutting rope or whatever, I think this thing would just tear things up. And then you're able to resharpen it. And I know a lot of people are going to be worried about that serration, but they make the non-serrated blade. And also, if you got a little serrated sharpener, that shouldn't be too difficult either. But don't let the serrations, pretend like this blade goes all the way through and then how useful this blade would be and how awesome this would be if you're a non-serrated fan. So there, just pretend that's a full entire blade there, no serrations, and that would be awesome. Kind of like a 560 blade, no serrations. And when I first opened this up, you know what it reminded me of? And it's probably because a lot of heavy flippers remind me of this. Here, this is what I'm doing off camera. I'm opening this. Yeah, you know what's in here. Let's check it out. There we go. There we go, right there. Hold on one second. Cat took that moment to go crazy. Now there's no more cats. No, I'm just kidding. There's plenty of cats here. Alright, look at that. It feels kind of the same. I guess it's just because of the flipper. And maybe because of the good deal we got on these. I keep bringing these things out. But this thing is great. I gotta give away one of these days, pretty quick here. These are just dying in my drawer, waiting to be held by a flipper aficionado. So this is what it kind of reminds me of. Just kind of the same feel. Now this is more open construction, of course, but it hugs your hand kind of the same. Kind of gives you a good feel on the grip. That's a great knife. You get a chance to get one, especially fairly inexpensively. You're not going to go wrong with that thing. That's great. Timberline. Just if it wasn't for Timberline, we wouldn't have had any paid forward this year. Maybe there's a lot of good stuff coming from them. All right, so I've digressed enough. This thing is a great flipper. I think this is the newer coloring, but this has been out a while, the fossil itself. And you can find these pretty consistently around 40 bucks, and that is a great deal for a knife of this quality and the way it feels, the way it flips. I'm serious. I've got this and I just haven't stopped flipping it. It just does all these things that I want to flip it to do. Now, this is not, like I said, it's not a little pocket flipper. It's not a gentleman's folder flipper. It's got 4 inches of blade there, so you're gonna know it's in your pocket, but it's not horrible. So if you're a 560 fan and you don't want to carry that thing, you don't want to put $200 of knife in your pocket all the time and have that as your EDC, grab one of these. You're not going to be disappointed, and you're not going to be downgrading performance, and you're not going to have to worry about dinging up your 560 if you're into those safe queens, which I am. All my 560s are safely asleep in yonder drawers, or they're gone now. Alright, I'm done. Now I'm just kind of going crazy. Like here, subscribe here, let me know what you think down here. CRKT, I'm kind of getting into them lately, and so far not too shabby. That Buku was a little bit disappointing as far as the finish on it with the rattle, and the detent, but everything else has been really amazing. Alright, leave a comment, let me know what you think, and I will talk to y'all later.